Are you guys good with that, or do you want to?
After spending all day on an adventure to the food houses, Willie and I are in a bit of a food coma.
And we really needed to relax. And there's no better place to do it at the Jamboree than the New World Live waterfront.
Willie, don't we have a show to start?
What show?
Oh
shoot, yeah, New World Live. And it starts right now. This is a live look at the food houses in the Global Development Village. They're serving all sorts of food from around the world. Even though it's late, they're still open to serve the hungry participants and IST. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this edition of New World Live, the official daily broadcast of the 24th World Scout Jamboree. I'm Willie Shao from the Boy Scouts of America.
And I'm Keegan Eatman from Scouts Canada.
Here's what's coming up on today's show. Keegan and I went to visit the US and Canadian food houses and had a conversation about our two countries. We also sent a crew to visit the Highland Games up at Mount Jack.
In 2 years, Ireland is hosting the World Scout Moot. We have Neil Gosson coming to the studio to tell us more about that. We also paid a visit to the Faith and Beliefs program at the Jamboree, which supports participants in practicing their faith. And we also get a report from the amazing BMX track here at the summit. However, before we get to all of that, let's look at the upcoming weather with our very own Jamboree meteorologist, Kyle Kipple.
Good evening, I'm meteorologist Kyle Kipple, and this evening's conditions will be feeling somewhat nice. Still on the humid side though, cloudy still with a chance of rain, 30% chance lasting through the overnight hours. Temperatures though, 64 degrees this evening, 18 degrees Celsius, and the wind will be light enough where we could be expecting some patchy fog developing in the early morning hours. Across the region, temperatures 64 degrees tonight at the Summit Bechtel Reserve, 18 degrees Celsius, 19 degrees Celsius right as we look over to our northwest toward Charleston and Huntington, and the cloudy conditions will last with us as we head into Thursday as well. Speaking of Thursday, here tomorrow's high temperatures, 78 degrees Fahrenheit across southern West Virginia, 26 degrees Celsius, and again, just a couple degrees warmer as we look over to our northwest near Charleston and Huntington, 29 degrees for your Thursday highs. Future satellite and radar shows plenty of cloud cover to begin the day tomorrow. And again, another repeat of some scattered showers, possibly thunderstorms. Already beginning near the lunch hour, some sporadic activity moving across southern West Virginia. And as we head into the later afternoon hours, you'll notice how some of these showers increase with intensity as well as in coverage across the state. We'll be watching for some heavy downpours and possibly some gusty winds as we head into the evening time hours as well. Most of these showers should be clear by about 10 o'clock Thursday night. Your hour by hour walking you through that for your Thursday. By 10 a.m., 30% chance of a scattered morning shower or two. In the afternoon, the chance of thunderstorms still is there, but only 70% chance of some rainfall. And by this evening, most of those showers will have been dissipated. 30% chance of still experiencing some of those showers moving into the overnight hours. The next 3 days, temperatures sticking around in the 80-degree mark with a chance of thunderstorms and at least some showers. In Celsius, 28 degrees for your Thursday, 27 on Friday, and 27 degrees on Saturday as we wrap up our time here at the World Scout Jamboree. But that cold front has moved off to our south, but by Friday could turn into a stationary front, which means it's not going to be moving much. However, most of the rain will be focused here across North Carolina, mostly south of West Virginia, but we'll still experience a chance of some rainfall through the rest of the week. And across the country, you'll notice how that system is connected over here in the central parts of the United States. Well, they'll also be experiencing a couple rain chances going through the end of the week. The week ahead, temperatures going to be sticking around in the 80s for the foreseeable future. Rain chances last through Saturday before drier air moves into West Virginia. In Celsius, we'll notice temperatures around 27 degrees by the end of the week, but climbing to near 29 for the start of next week. Back to you.
Thanks, Kyle, and it's great to hear that your audio worked today. Earlier this week, Yona the Bear presented the participation award to the first participant who completed the requirements. Miguel from Portugal was fast to see the best of the Jamboree, and you should too. If you do, you'll get to take an award of your own home with you. Just visit the Jamboree website at 2019wsj.org to view the full requirements for the Novice Participation Award. It must be completed before noon tomorrow, so hurry up.
Willie, there's been some shifts in the weather today, but that doesn't hinder all of the activity on the Jamboree site. Scouts of all ages headed up to the food houses.
Let's check in with our correspondent, Luke Muller, who's currently outside the UK Food House. What's happening out there, Luke?
Guys, I'm here outside of the Germany Food House, actually, plot twist, and we are just checking out what they have to offer. I got myself a baked potato. It tastes it's actually really good when you have all the toppings and everything on it. I'd highly recommend this. Come check it out. Okay, trying to eat and chew at the same time is not a good idea. I don't recommend it. Anyway, I have a scout here with me who has also had some of the food here to offer at the Germany Food House. Would you like to introduce yourself real quick?
I'm Paxton Graham.
And where are you from?
I'm from Newfoundland, Canada.
Great, and so you were here hanging out at the Germany Food House. What did you have to eat?
I had the marble cake and a non-alcoholic beer, and it was great.
I'm glad to hear you liked it. So was this the first food house you had a chance to go to, or have you been running around sampling all of them during the Jamboree?
I've been sampling all of them, yeah.
Can you tell me about your experiences, maybe some of the favorite things you had a chance to taste here?
Well, I had the fries at the UK House, and I also had the pancakes at the Sugar Shack. And my favorite so far, I think, it was the UK House. It was great, yeah.
Ah, man, too bad we didn't actually get a chance to go from there today. Sad that I missed out. I heard they ran completely out of everything they had to offer. Maybe I'll have to try again another time, or actually just visit the UK. So if you could recommend one thing to people coming to the Jamboree or, walking around during the final day tomorrow, what would it be?
I would say trade everything you can and meet new friends, yeah.
That's some good advice. It's never too late to make some good friends. Are you looking forward to the closing show?
Yeah, I think it's going to be great. The opening was also awesome, yeah.
Glad to hear it. I can't wait to see what they have in store for us. All right, thank you very much. It was great talking to you, and I'll see you guys in a few minutes. For now, it's back to you at the set.
Thanks, Luke. I hope when you come back to the set that you do bring some of that potato with you, because I know we're ready for a little snack over here. Talking about food, yesterday I decided to bring one of my favorite Americans, Willie, to our Canadian food house, the Sugar Shack.
And I took my favorite Canadian and Dream Team colleague, Keegan Eatman, to the US Food House. Here's our official report. Here we have the US Food House. It's really interesting. It's run by two guys from the Sam Houston Area Council, and they are also volunteers for the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. It's a 1-month-long operation, and they feed the entirety of the staff there. And so this is an operation that they run here for the entirety of the Jamboree. They get about 1,000 people coming through. They serve hamburgers, they serve cobbler, they serve gumbo sometimes on specialty meals, they serve hot dogs, there's shaved ice in the back. A lot of what you can imagine in different parts of the US, like they will have here. There's a very specific type of American fare that you've never had before, and it is called a hamburger.
Really? So what is a hamburger?
Well, you take some ground beef, sometimes there's pork in it, and you mix it up into a patty. You grill that, you get it really hot, you sear it, you heat up some buns, and you put the meat patty in the buns, and it's really good.
Interesting. Very cool. Very cool. We'll have to give that a try because, like you say, haven't heard of that before.
Yeah. They serve cobbler. A lot of people don't know what cobbler is, and so they describe it as a sweet pie. Because if you go internationally, a pie usually refers to something like a meat pie. So like a Greek meat pie, if you're in the UK, when you say pie, it's usually a savory food. And so when you have a sweet pie over here with fruit in it, you have to describe it that way, like a fruit pie or a sweet pie or something.
Ah, very interesting, yeah. I mean, I do love a good meat pie, but also can't beat a pumpkin pie at Thanksgiving in October. Because we all know that's when Thanksgiving is meant to be.
That's Canadian Thanksgiving, the lesser known Thanksgiving, in case you're
But the
wondering.
first Thanksgiving. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, our Thanksgiving came first.
Really?
Yeah, it did.
But ours is bigger. A order of hamburgers and fries.
Okay, on your burger we've got cheese, lettuce, onions, pickles, tomatoes.
All of it.
Load
Load
it
me
up.
up. Load me up.
You've got it.
And then we're gonna get a apple pie. Keegan, has anything stood out to you so far in our food house?
Yeah, if you look around, it's full of international participants from all over.
Yeah.
It's vibrant, it's exciting. There's karaoke happening in the middle of the day. All this food is just so good.
52. That's us. Oh, looks good. Thank you.
Awesome. 99.
Should we get a fork and knife?
What we have here is a hamburger.
Amazing. I've never seen one before.
This one is innovative. It has cheese on it,
Wow.
and some lettuce and tomatoes, onions, pickles. These fries look really good. They have a little bit of seasoning on top, as you can see. A little bit of pepper. Looks like baby flour. Here it is. Ready, everyone? How's that? This is maybe one of the best places to see what America looks like outside of big cities.
All right, Willie, that was delicious. Thank you so much for taking me there. I'm glad we got to experience that. I'm super pumped to take you over to see Canada now. I think you're going to love what we've got on offer, and I can definitely tell it's going to help with your sweet tooth.
Great.
All
To
right.
the north.
We talked about how one way to experience the Jamboree is through food. And I think you can see that all these food houses, including Canada and the US, just have lines.
Yeah.
But luckily they're moving pretty quick.
Yeah.
But it clearly says something about the kind of food that our food house teams are
Yeah.
offering. I brought my friend Willie.
Hello.
So we just went to the American food house, and now I was like, I got to show Willie how Canadian food is so much better.
It is,
Of course.
absolutely. What can we get you?
So we're definitely going to get 2 maple iced coffees.
Okay.
We will get a pea meal on a bun,
Yeah, you will.
and we'll have to get the pancakes with maple syrup.
Yeah, you will.
Okay, thank you.
That's $16 pizza.
So last time Keegan stuck me with the bill in the American Food House, so I'm just gonna go ahead and fade away here.
Not that I don't trust you.
And then of course we've got pancakes with classic Canadian maple syrup.
Yes.
You know, you can't beat Canadian maple syrup. In fact, did you know we actually have a strategic maple syrup reserve?
I didn't know that. What is that for?
So that's how we ensure a continued supply of maple syrup during either bad years for maple sap.
So it's so critical to the functioning of the country. You have a reserve for it.
But what you're really going to notice is the maple syrup. And you'll even see, like, on our tables, we've decorated them with maple syrup bottles because they're so, it's just so iconic
Yeah,
to us.
you have maple syrup. I see that there's maple iced coffee. There's maple snow cones. And you guys even went so far as to decorate these red flags with maple leaves on them.
All right, Willie, the first thing we're going to try is nothing other than our famous maple iced coffee.
So excited.
On a hot day like today, it's the perfect thing to sort of cool you down and get you ready for the day.
Great. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
That's good.
Isn't it
So good,
delicious?
because it tastes like maple, but it's not incredibly sweet.
No, it's got that subtle, just that enough maple so you know it's Canadian.
Shot, 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 everybody! Shot, 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 shot,
Everybody!
shot, 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 shot.
So really, the best way to experience Canadian maple syrup is just straight.
All right,
You really get to taste that maple flavor. So,
Thank you.
cheers!
Cheers, guys.
All right, Willie, so this is pea meal bacon on a bun. It's, pea meal bacon's a Canadian classic. It's so good. I want you to dig in and try it.
All right, let's do it. It looks excellent. It's nice and hot. Woo, juicy. Look at that.
Yeah? It's like a good mix
That's really
between
good.
bacon and ham. It's delicious. And it's just a classic, right? There's nothing else. It's,
Pause for a second. So Keegan, thanks so much for bringing me to the Canadian Food House.
Willie, I'm so glad I could take you on this trip to our own mini Canada here. I hope you loved our maple syrup, our maple coffee, and of course our bacon.
I loved everything about it.
All right, cheers.
The maple shot. Everything we had there was amazing. When I came to this jamboree, I thought that I was going to lose weight, but I think I actually am going to put on a couple of pounds.
It wouldn't surprise me after eating, most of that sandwich. I think I got like one bite, and you maybe shared a bite with
Yeah,
Mike.
and just a maple syrup shot with nothing else, just the maple syrup.
Did you
Very
dream
heavy.
of maple fairies that
I
night?
did.
Because I sure did. Yeah, it was
and I
great.
still dream of them even now.
Yeah.
So, if you really want the most spectacular view over the summit, then take the walk up to Mount Jack. Scouts have been hiking up there to enjoy the unique activities, including Spartan races, the Frontier Village, and the Friendship Tartan Games. We sent a crew up to Mount Jack to see what's going on up there. Let's have a look.
My name's Alex, and I'm with the Australian contingent, and I'm going to play Scotland the Brave for you.
Hello, my name is Steve Sproles, and I'm from Fort Worth, Texas. Up here on the mountain at Mount Jack, we're here with the Friendship Tartan Games, which is just the Highland Games and showing off the Scottish culture. Over here we got the caber toss, which is flipping a heavy log. And back here we've got the hammer throw. Further down, the tug of war. And over here we got the weight for height, weight for distance, the sheaf toss, which is like throwing a bale of hay up into a loft, and then the stone throw, which is similar to the shot put. And then we have an interactive blacksmith where we're building a sword, an internationally built sword that when it's finished will go into the museum here. And so that's the Friendship Tartan Games.
Scouts for life! Awesome, everybody say summit! Summit!
As we are soon to wind down from this jamboree, it's time to start thinking about what your next scouting adventure should be. For older scouts 18 to 25 years old, every fourth year there is something called the World Scout Moot. In 2021, the World Moot is in Ireland. Here to tell us a little bit more about that is Niall Gosson, Head of External Stakeholder Management. Welcome to the show, Niall.
Thanks for having me.
It's great to see you. So first of all, tell me a little bit more about what the Moot is and what we can expect.
So the Moot is for, as you said, any scout from all over the world, age 18 to 25 by July 2021. When you come to Ireland, you're actually going to be put into international contingents. So you get to mix with scouts from all over the world and also travel around the island of Ireland and get to experience Irish culture, Irish life and the Irish scenery. So it's a great opportunity for scouts from all over the world to meet new scouts, meet new cultures and enjoy Ireland.
Sounds like a whole sort of week of cultural day, really.
Yeah, so we're going to spend 5 days actually travelling around the island of Ireland with your international contingent, and then we all come together, which is in Irish, Lecala, which is the theme of the Moot, to Malahide Castle in Dublin, and there we're going to spend 5 more days. So it'll be like a small jamboree, so there'll be loads of stuff to do on site, and of course you're more than welcome to experience Dublin City as well.
That sounds very cool. So how many scouts are you expecting to come to Ireland?
We're expecting about 5,000 scouts from all over the world to come to Ireland in 2021, but obviously we're welcoming as many scouts as we can.
So that sounds great. So what does a normal day at the Moot sort of look like?
Yeah, so a normal day for the first 5 days will be you waking up in any part of Ireland, you in your international contingent, and you will then get to explore everything the island of Ireland has to offer. So from the wild Atlantic Way to the ancient East to the hidden heartlands.
So the Malahide Castle, did I say that right?
Yes, you did. Well
okay.
done.
So you mentioned that that's where the Moot is based. Can you tell me like what it is and where it is and sort of what's it like to be there?
Yeah, cool. So Malahide Castle is an 800-year-old castle based in North County Dublin. It's a beautiful site, and we're actually going to be camping right beside the castle. So it's a beautiful venue, right beside the sea. Loads of stuff to do in Malahide town as well, and it's only a 15-minute train drive into Dublin City as well.
That sounds like a great place. So if you're interested in learning more about the Moot or contributing to the Moot, what should I do?
Yeah, so you can head over to our website, worldscoutmoots2021.ie, and at the top of our page we actually have vacancies for any member on the planning team, and also if you can get in contact us by email or your National Scout organisation and tell them you're interested, that you want to come to Ireland in 2021 and explore the Moot.
Very cool. So I have to ask one question for Willie.
Yes.
And that's, will there be food houses?
There will, of course. Quality food houses, absolutely, yes. So you can experience food from all over the world, just like a jamboree.
Perfect. So I think I'll probably send Willie over to the Better World tent to catch up with you and find out which ones he can get involved in.
Definitely, yes.
All right. Thanks so much for joining us,
No
Niall.
problem. Thank you.
There are many different faiths and beliefs represented here at the Jamboree. All participants are welcome to practice their religion and share it with others. We sat down with the team running the Faith and Beliefs program to talk about what they do to support this.
I'm Reverend Chip Turner from Louisiana.
And I'm Rabbi Peter Hyman. Chip and I co-lead Faith and Beliefs, and we are honored to do so. What is the purpose of Faith and Beliefs?
Because our faith groups that worked with us wanted to be able to express what they were all about and how they could use scouting. And so even though this is the World Jamboree, there's still some of that same sentiment.
So if you come to Faith and Beliefs, you'll see exhibits from 10 or 11 or 12, I think, different faith groups from around the world. I'm delighted with not only the number of people that have come through the exhibits already, but the statement that it makes.
One of our goals is for the exhibits to be hands-on, interactive, and they all are. So young people and adults are making religious symbols and all types of things, some of which are familiar to them, some of them not.
The Sikh, for instance, the Sikhs have turban tying, and the Catholics are crocheting and macrameing crosses, all options in between. So it's been a very good, a very successful, and a very educational exhibit, and we're glad to be here.
If you want thrill and adventure, there's a lot of things to do here at the summit. At the tracks, there are 6 different BMX-style tracks for all skill levels. Whether you're an experienced BMX rider or just a beginner, the good people up there have you covered.
My name is Fritz Nur. I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I'm Deputy Director here at BMX, the tracks. On a day-to-day basis, my job changes. I go wherever we have a need for someone to step in and relieve someone or to deal with issues that come up as we operate through the day. When a participant arrives here, they check in, and then they come to the first station is where they get their gear. They'll get a helmet, elbow pads, knee pads. So once they receive their gear, they come to our second station where they get a little orientation on the rules that we have to follow here at the tracks. They then go down to our training field where they just get some tips on proper bike procedures.
Hi, my name is Sascha Tom. I'm from the Swiss delegation. We were just doing some BMXing. I thought it is a very nice opportunity to get yourself a little bit active, to get yourself in a sportive way, to keep yourself healthy, and the most important thing, in my opinion, stay hydrated. Thank you very much.
That's so exciting. It's sad that there isn't enough time to do everything that's on offer here at the summit.
That's so true, Willie. And the Jamboree is soon coming to an end, but I feel I must be back here again soon. Let's head up to Luke and see if he has managed to get anything else to eat up in the Global Development Village. Hey, Luke.
Hey guys, so I was going to eat that entire potato out of pure spite so that there was none left for you, but honestly, it's just too big. I can't finish it. I might have to bring back some leftovers. You're lucky. So we wandered over to the other side of the German food house tent and found not one, but 2 German contingents sitting down for a meal. I grabbed one of the scouts and pulled them aside to find out what's going on. Would you like to introduce yourself, tell us your name and where you're from?
Okay. I'm Amy, I'm 15, and I'm from Germany, Stuttgart.
And so why are you guys out here eating rather than back in your subcamp and contingent?
Because the 2 of our units are going to Canada next week together, and that's why we want to just get to know each other, and that's why we're sitting here together and not in our separate tents.
That sounds great, a good chance to get to know each other. So what's on the menu for tonight?
Potatoes and pork.
Sounds pretty good. Have you had a chance to eat with a lot of other contingents? I'm sure they weren't all German. Have you dined with some other countries while you were here at the Jamboree?
Oh, no, I did not, actually, unfortunately. Yeah, I didn't get the chance to.
Well, I'm sure going around the Jamboree site, you've had a chance to at least meet some other scouts. So now you're having some typical American fare. Looks like I see some hot dogs and everything here for tonight. So what kind of foods have you been cooking back at your campsite?
So we made pasta and Semmelknödel. I don't know it in English, but it's from Germany. And we ate chicken with rice. That's
All sounds like some pretty good meals. Now, tomorrow's the last day of the Jamboree. I can't believe it came so quickly. Is there anything that you're hoping to do that you haven't had a chance to during the last day before everyone packs up and goes home?
That's a pretty hard question. I don't know. I really don't know. It's been great. I don't know what to do.
Well, can you tell me about some of the fun activities that you have done already then?
I went scuba diving the other day, and we were shooting some with guns, so paintball, kinda. And the opening ceremony was pretty fun, and the base camp bash.
Oh, the base camp the base camp bashes are always a great time. Well, it sounds like you've done a lot this Jamboree, but I guess all good things must come to an end. I hope you enjoy the final day of the Jamboree. I hope you get a lot done and enjoy the closing show. Yeah? All right, it was great talking to you. It's been great reporting here from the German Food House. I got to eat food while reporting live, which was a pretty great experience. I should do that every night while I'm reporting. I'll see you guys tomorrow at the closing show. Until then, back to you at the set.
Thanks, Luke. We'll be waiting here for you to bring over what you have left for us, so we're looking forward to tasting it. While we've been busy eating food, your troops have made the most of one of the last days on site by filling it with lots of fun. From Spartan races to patch trading, fishing to exploring the Faith and Beliefs tent, you've all been extremely busy. Days at the summit are always long, but last night, Base Camp A held the Base Camp Bash to remember. Foam cannons galore, participants partied under the stars and danced the night away. We hope they made some amazing memories to add to their time at the Jamboree. It certainly looks like it. As always, keep using the hashtag ScoutJamboree, and if you're lucky, you may get featured here tomorrow on our 2 last shows.
Let's have a quick recap on the weather from Jamboree meteorologist Kyle Kipple and ensure we're ready to face the elements for the last few days of the Jamboree.
Willie and Keegan, good evening. I'm meteorologist Kyle Kipple. Temperatures looking comfortable for the rest of tonight. Cloudy though, with a slight chance of rain, about 30% lingering through us through before midnight at least. 64 degrees across the Summit Bechtel Reserve, 18 degrees Celsius. And wind will be calm enough where we could be expecting some patchy fog developing in the early morning hours. Future satellite and radar for your Saturday. Your notice, we'll have plenty of cloud cover to start the day and some scattered showers. We'll be kicking off around the lunchtime hour about noon, and as we head through the rest of the afternoon and early evening hours, you'll notice these showers increasing in intensity as well as in coverage across the World Scout Jamboree and across West Virginia. By about the 5 to 6 o'clock hours when we could be expecting the most intense downpours and possibly a thunderstorm or two across southern West Virginia. But as we head into the rest of the night, cloudy conditions and just a slight chance of rain moving into the rest of your Thursday night. Taking you through that hour by hour, 10 a.m., looking at a chance of some scattered morning rainfall, but by 3 p.m., that's when the thunderstorms roll on through, 60% chance of that. And by 8 p.m., those showers shall be dissipating, only about 30% chance of them sticking around. Over the next couple of days, though, you'll notice we still have a chance of rain and thunderstorms through Friday. 82 degrees on Thursday, 81 on Friday, 81 on Saturday. And in Celsius, it's telling the same story. 28 degrees on Thursday, 27 on Friday, and 27 degrees on Saturday. Back to you.
Thanks, Kyle. We'll be sure to stay away from our New World Live waterfront when we see thunder and lightning. That's it for tonight. Don't forget to watch us tomorrow.
Tune in live at 10 a.m. tomorrow for an exclusive announcement from the Chief Scout Executive of the Boy Scouts of America, Mike Serbaugh.
Goodbye, au revoir,
and adios.